Has this kind of thing ever happened before?
What? What stuff?
Like, do you ever do stuff like this and then like, oh, I lost control?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
A chilling confession in newly released interrogation video. The man you see sitting with police admits to stabbing and killing a couple at random during Bike Week in Daytona Beach, Florida. The action is real and the stakes are high. This is Copcast. I'm Chris Stewart. Let's talk about a scary story that took place in Florida. The interrogation video, the body cam video that we're about to show you is related to murders that the police chief in Daytona Beach called some of the most brutal he had seen in his career. This couple was heading home from Bike Week in Daytona, riding bicycles, when someone stalked them and attacked them.
Wild Olive in Riverview.
Further out.
Way further out. Way further out, like light pole.
Real quick, I want to.
What?
They want to put a blanket on her. It's dark as here.
No.
The less we do, the less we do. That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Nobody, all of EMS can go.
This is body cam video of the night that police found two bodies that had been slashed to death in Daytona Beach. And these are pictures of the victims, Terry and Brenda Altman. This was a couple that was beloved, especially beloved by members of their family, and you will hear from a member of their family in just a moment. Police say the two of them were riding bikes home after taking in Bike Week in Daytona, and then, at night, someone attacked them and killed them. Police were quick to find their suspect, and the next day they made an arrest. His name, Jean Macean. And here is what he told sheriff's deputies in the back of a cruiser after he was arrested at his apartment in Orlando. He tries to say he just went to the beach and went home.
So you went to the beach with your cousins and everything, or you said, who was it, your cousin? Okay. So from there, you went to the beach, and what, did you guys stay out there in a hotel or anything?
No, nothing. We done with the beach, went straight back to the beach.
So, okay. Gotcha. So did you go anywhere else other than the beach? So when you drove into town, you went straight to the beach and then you went straight home?
Yeah, it's like a little day, like, our family day, just go to the beach.
Okay. So did you go walking around ever by yourself at all? No, never by yourself. Okay. All right. So did you go wandering around like outside? So you never went in. So you drove down to the beach. Where did you guys park at?
We park exactly the parking where the parking's at, like more free. Like,
the what?
The parking you have to pay. Like, this is like I don't know how to say that. I don't know the name. But it's the parking that it's free. You don't have to pay, but you just get parking.
Okay, I got you. Like free, like public parking?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys parked there, and then you went to the beach. Do you remember what you were wearing that day?
I was wearing red shorts. So we have red shorts. And fight for food.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So, what if I told you that I know that you didn't just go to the beach?
What's that?
We know you didn't just go to the beach. Okay, we have proof that you didn't go to the beach. Okay, and you need to come out and you need to be honest with it, because right now you're lying, and what you're doing is you're backing yourself into a corner. You see what I'm saying?
Why am I lying?
We know that you didn't go to the beach. We know you went other places other than the beach. Okay. You know that, right? So anytime you go anywhere, especially in cities like Daytona Beach and everywhere else, there's cameras everywhere you go. You understand that, right? Yeah. There's people's Ring cameras, there's doorbell cameras, there's surveillance cameras. There's tons and tons of cameras, like all over the place, all right? So you need to keep that in mind as we continue, okay? So, can you tell me what you did after you went to the beach? Did you go out walking around or anything like that?
No.
You never did? Okay.
I went around the beach.
Other than the beach, did you go up and down? Do you know like any kind of bars or restaurants or anything? Okay. So did you go to eat anywhere when you were there? there. So you went straight there, then you went straight home. Listen, man, you have no idea the amount that we already know. We know what happened. I mean, I don't want you to, you're hurting yourself right now by lying, okay? We know exactly what you did. We know how it all happened. We know where you went, okay? Because there's cameras all over the city over there. Daytona Beach is covered with cameras. So you need to stop being dishonest. You need to tell us what happened, okay? You're hurting yourself. You're doing nothing but hurting yourself right now by being dishonest, all right? Okay? You're in a little bit of trouble right now, but the only way you're going to help yourself out is by being honest and maybe giving us a better idea of why this all happened. You see what I'm saying? Can you tell me why this happened?
I don't know nothing. Yeah, I just remember we went to the beach.
You just went to the beach?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Just went to the beach and then you just went home. Okay.
Well, we stayed a little while.
Okay. Just to the beach and just went home and just walking up and down the beach. All right. Well, I'm gonna tell you this. We know you didn't just go to the beach. We know we have a lot of information, a lot of evidence that you weren't just on the beach. That you were in a lot of other places other than the beach. All right. But we need to know why this all happened. You and I need to work together, and we need to get in front of this before you end up hurting yourself and backing yourself into a corner. Okay? Because what's going to happen if this case goes to trial and the jury sees that you're just lying about everything, and what's going to happen? They're going to think that you're just guilty and that everything you did it out of anger, or you did it out of some other reason other than maybe it was an accident or maybe it was a mistake or something along those lines. You see what I'm saying? But if you continue down this road and you're just lying and lying and lying, the jury's going to, they're going to see this. They're going to see that. Okay, that speaks a lot. The things you say, but the things you don't say, it speaks a lot. Okay.
Before we get back to this episode of Copcast, I want to take a break and talk about our partner and sponsor, Morgan & Morgan. This is America's largest injury law firm. They have more than 1,000 attorneys and a history of winning. Get this, they have recovered more than $25 billion for more than 500,000 clients. In the past few months, a client in Florida received $12 million after the insurance company offered just $350,000. In Pennsylvania, a client was awarded $26 million. That's 40 times what the insurers were offering at $650,000. Another client in Pennsylvania received $29 million after being offered only $500,000. So even if you don't think your case is worth millions of dollars, why not fight for what you deserve? Morgan & Morgan makes it so easy to file a claim. You can do it with just 8 easy clicks on your phone. So if you've been hurt, you need to start a claim, go to www.forthepeople.com/Copcast. You can also scan the QR code on your screen or click the link pinned in the comments below. Deputies then get McKean back to the station and into an interrogation room.
Here's what I think, okay? Jean, you have to understand, we know a lot already. We have already gathered a lot, okay? Everywhere you go, somebody's watching. Something's being recorded, okay? That's why we're able to, this is 2022, all right? You have to understand, there's cameras everywhere. There's people with cell phones everywhere. I want you to understand something, okay? I think that what you did...
You weren't thinking?
I think that what you did, here's what you want to hear what I think happened, and correct me if I'm wrong. I think what you did was you went down there because you were having a really hard time.
No, I wasn't thinking. That's the problem. It's just I was just drinking heavy.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
It's like you at home, you said, let me go to the beach from all this. You know, I was there, I told you I didn't have a job, so I said, let me go to the beach. All I have is let me go to the beach and come right back. That's all.
When you're down there, because we know where you were at and we know where you went, okay? We know what's going on. We know what happened. We know you took a little bit of a walk. You were probably down in the area, took a little bit of a walk, just kind of checking out the scenery and everything, and I think something happened where, I think you made some really bad decisions. I think that you made a mistake. I think you feel bad for that, but you need to tell us why. And here's the thing. I know you're telling me you don't remember and you blacked out and this and that, but here's the thing. So what's going to happen years from now, months from now, whenever this goes to trial, and you got a group of people standing in the jury box. They're human beings just like you and me. Okay, they're able to form their own opinions of you, of me, of the case, and everything else. What do you think they're going to do whenever? Because this was an awful thing that happened. I think what you did was, I think you made a mistake in the heat of the moment, and I think that. You got to help me understand, man. How you have to understand? You have to help me understand why it happened.
But that's the schedule I'm telling you. I just like the day, just the whole week was being a long week, and then I have a little work, and then I just told myself, let me have a little vacation. Just the thought, say, let me have a vacation, because I'll leave town. I never left town. I've been here for too long. I know what to do, tell me by myself. So I just told him, let me go to my just get away from the space, the area I'm in, you know the area. So it's like, I want some space. Too much of the same faces. Like, I just want some space after that. So I remember having fun on the beach, and after that, I just kept drinking all night.
Where were you drinking at? Do you remember some of the places before you where you were drinking at? Because you remember you were drinking. No?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk. Let's bring it back to exactly where you started drinking at. Where did you stay at?
I didn't stay anywhere.
You didn't stay anywhere? Okay. And how did you get there?
Bus.
By a bus. Okay.
So let's start with that. So now you're being honest with that. You didn't go with your cousins down there. You weren't there by yourself.
I told you I just feel cold. That's what I'm talking about.
So let me tell you something. So like I told you, Daytona Beach is a tourist area. Okay, there are cameras there. We know that you were probably doing a little bit of drinking, but you weren't drinking heavily all night long. Okay, what you were doing a lot of walking around, all right, without a drink in your hands. You see what I'm saying? You talked to a lot of people without no, you didn't have a drink in your head at this point. All right, you're talking to a lot of people. You see what I'm saying? Hear me out here. If this goes to trial and the jury there's no reasoning behind it, it just happened. This horrible thing happened, and the jury doesn't have a reason. They're like, what did this guy do? Why did he do this? If there's no why that's answered, the jury's going to form their own opinions about you. All they're going to see is, this guy's lying. This guy did a horrible thing. He doesn't feel bad for it. Okay, but if there's a reason why it happened, if he said something to you, if you know what I mean, if something happened that caused this, then you need to tell me why now.
Now, this was a more than 3.5-hour interrogation, and it really shows the endurance of law enforcement to continue with their questions as a suspect continues to dodge and talk in circles. Macean said that he was drinking on the beach and he was walking around, and then he saw the couple. You can really see the detective in this interrogation video try to level with the man and connect with the man who is dubbed the Bike Week Killer.
Everyone has their demons. You know what I mean? Sometimes they get brought out when they drink. You see what I'm saying?
I drink for positive reason.
Right. It's kind of like self-medication. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You do it, you feel good, you kind of forget about the things, but sometimes it just doesn't always happen like that. You know what I mean? So it's not always a positive thing. Like, it's good whenever you feel good. It's good when you drink and like you feel happy. Like, that's the good times. But it's a depressant. Alcohol is a depressant. It changes your mood. Sometimes for the worse.
It was like this. It was like they passed by.
Mm-hmm.
After this passed by, it's like I was ready to go on back. I was tired, like fatigued.
Right.
And then I knew you saw me pause.
Right.
That's why I feel like something
is pulling you.
I knew you that brought to the whole thing.
Yeah. So,
especially I was very stressing
from everything, from your whole life.
Yeah, that, especially from the day.
Yeah.
Getting there to that destination.
I tell you one thing, man. I absolutely hate traveling. It's fun when you get there, but It's miserable, man. Like, you're sitting around, especially when you take the bus and you're surrounded a bunch of people, and like it's hot or it's too cold or you're hungry or you're tired. It's like, it's stressful. You know what I mean? It stresses you out. And then when you finally get there, it's like It makes sense. Like, you just want to sit there and you cut loose and you're just kind of like doing your thing, and then something happens, you know what I mean? So yeah, like, I can tell, like, it was weird. Like, I could, when you pause and you turn around and it's like something happened, you know what I mean? Like, I thought they said something too. That was what I was thinking, you know what I mean? But now that you told me everything, what's going on, like, that makes much more sense. That makes much more sense to me. Like I was telling you, if it makes sense to me, it's going to make sense to everybody else.
Like walking from there, all there.
Yeah. So let me ask you something. So when you caught up to him, how did it all happen? Like, when you caught up to him, did you catch up to him or did you catch up to her first?
After that.
No? Okay. So you were angry and then you started walking after them, and then did you already have the knife in your hand, or did you take it out once you got there? What's that?
We said the knife. It's like I took it out.
So you took it out as you were walking towards them? Okay. Alright.
It's a shame.
It is a shame, but you know what? You're doing the right thing right now. You are.
It's my action.
It's your action. No, you can't get fixated on that. It is your action. It was your actions, but you don't, like you said, you lost control. You shouldn't have, but guess what? You can't beat yourself up about it. You can't sit here and blame yourself. Don't go back into that cycle. You cannot let yourself, we've talked about this whole time, man. You can't let yourself get, you can't blame yourself for this right now. You can't, you're cycling back into it, because you know why? Because for the past 33 years, you've been making decisions the exact same way. You've been doing things the exact same way. It's time to break that cycle, and you need to feel better about everything. Don't let yourself get pulled back by it again, because that's what it's doing. Right now, those demons are trying to fight for you. Right now, there's a struggle, good and evil. The darkness is trying to pull you over their way. The goodness is trying to pull you that way. You see what I'm saying? It's up to you to control this. Do you see what I'm saying? It's up to you. It's nobody else. It's up to you. It's not your fault. Certain things happen a certain way. This chain of events happened. I mean, it was just a bad combination of a lot of things, and something bad happened, but you're fixing it. I know you didn't mean to do it. You lost control. You see what I'm saying? Don't get yourself pulled back into that darkness. Don't do it. Just don't. I can see it. I can even see it. It's so obvious. I can see it on your face. When the darkness starts to pull you a little bit, and then you go back to it again.
The mirror.
The mirror? We'll put a mirror right here so you can see it. But I can see it. Like, it changes. You know what I mean? It's like you start to get this look on your face, and I can see it, the darkness starts to pull you back in a little bit, and all of a sudden you realize, like, okay, hold on a minute, and then you snap out of it. You know what I mean? Let's get back to this. So you take the knife out, you start walking towards him, and you don't remember if you caught up to him or to her first, or were they both kind of together?
Yeah.
Like side by side, or? Okay. So was he on the left, or was she on the left, or do you even really remember?
He, her.
So he was on the left? Okay. So when you caught up to him, how exactly did they hear you coming up to him? Did you say anything to him when you went up to them? No?
That's not what I remember. Yeah.
Okay. That's okay. So when you caught up to them, I'm assuming they probably didn't hear you. Like, did they take out running or anything? Or do you think that they even heard you at all? Were you trying to be quiet? Like, were you trying, or were you just kind of like just walking?
Because I know how I move.
Yeah.
So I don't know how the video look like, so it could be a different, it's how I know how I move.
You move very, how do I put this exactly? Like, you're very fluid. You know what I mean? I don't know how you don't see that. You're very like smooth with your movements and everything. You know what I mean? So I asked you if you're in martial arts or in the military or something like that, because you're very like.
Yeah, because I used to do a lot of cleaning. So
Yeah. So you catch up to them. They don't hear you. So you grabbed him first, or did you grab her first, or? You grabbed her first? Okay. So when you grabbed onto her, what did you do? Yeah. Was he trying to fight you off or anything like that, or? No? Okay.
After the confession, Jean Macean was charged with the murders of the Altmans. And again, the Daytona Beach police chief called this case one of the most brutal murders he had seen in his career. In May, Macean pleaded guilty to the murders of the Altmans. He had an attorney read a statement at his sentencing hearing as he stood next to her.
I am very sorry for killing the Altmans. I've suffered from mental illness for a long time. I offer this information not as an excuse, but as a reason. I got lost in Daytona and could feel the symptoms of my mental illness. I know that I did a bad thing, and that is not who I normally am. I now know that I was sick. I feel the voices and the things that I was seeing have gone away since I started taking my medication. I know that your family will be hurting forever. I am sorry. They did nothing that night to deserve to die.
Then Brenda Altman's brother made a statement.
1,150 days ago, we found out the murderer had been detained. I honestly feel my sister was somehow telling me that everything will be all right. And it will take 1,150 days. She's telling me when everything was going to happen. I know it seems unreal and like some Hollywood script, but all I can say is I believe it. And it's very real to me. That memory is as real as any other real-life interaction, and I'll never let it go. My wife, mom, sisters, and niece have also had strange coincidences. Those are for them to share or keep private. So what's in store for us? What I can say is our lives are changed forever. We will never be able to build a future memories with my sister. We will always be haunted by the past. We will continue to build memories with those of us that are left. It'll be all right.
Macean will spend the rest of his life in prison without the possibility of parole. In exchange for the plea, he will not face the death penalty. That will do it for Copcast, presented by Law&Crime. I'm Stewart. Join us next time for the latest and most intense police incidents caught on camera.